Good morning, Sonny Hayes, Paranormal Investigation UK. Today's date's 20th of March 2022, Sunday, and we're back on to the catching up on the Chester investigation captures. We're now on to the 6th of February, which is a Sunday. What's unusual with this one is what we've seen over recently. I've never been able to understand what is actually occurring here. What you get is periods of maybe 4, 5, 6 weeks maybe of nothing but sound, loud bangs, raps, thuds, that type of thing. Suddenly, all that sort of phenomena dries up and it changes to light anomalies. There's never been one, I don't think there is such a thing as 100% cast iron paranormal capture. I don't think anything exists. So when you look at the reviews, there is always an element of doubt. That's the case. Is it paranormal or does it have a rational explanation? But we're coming up close up now with Chester to some 2 years of investigating this building. The place is like Fort Knox. It's got cameras everywhere. And it's very easy and very quickly rule out human intervention. We've never yet discovered any fraud of any description. You'll always encounter such things as exaggerations, such as I believe that that's paranormal when it isn't. And some people will just simply dismiss rational explanations you give. But we've not had any fraud in that building, not a single event, which is quite unusual. Mainly because I think everybody knows that there's going to be cameras there. We'd discover it. So when you look at that in context, that you have 5, 6 weeks of nothing but bangs, raps, which you've never been able to resolve, we've never been able to find any explanation for them, it suddenly stops, and then we get hit by nothing but light anomalies. Then it'll revert back again. Or sometimes it'll change rooms. It'll go from one room to the other. So when it is that we're starting to look at, it is something that Amanda Griffiths in Edgewood from the Netherlands is looking at. We should be able to produce in May a 2-year graph, really, of which rooms it is and the frequency of frequency as in numbers of, not frequency as in audio. Just how many events occur during a week, for example, or a day. And there are periods of times when we get absolutely nothing, which we're now on the 20th of March, and we've seen a little bit of flatlining occur, and it's been like that since probably January-ish. Not an awful lot occurring. I don't know if the ghost has got winter blues or what, I've no idea. So it's interesting. So on one hand, you look at the raps and you look at the light anomalies. I think, well, there are rational explanations for that, and we have had some strange light anomalies in particular. You sit there scratching your head, there's been several of them. And when you put it in context, is why is it that we don't see like one light anomaly every couple of weeks? Why is it we see it all over base over 5 or 6 weeks? They're nothing for 4, 5 or 6 weeks, and it changes into raps, knocks and bangs, or it just simply changes rooms. Really, really strange. So I'm looking forward to maybe when we actually get all the results into a readable format, because at the moment it's just data, so once we sit in graph form, we should be able to quickly see exactly what's occurring. So let's get back to today's events, which is the movie 426. There's actually 2 events on this, and I think I should be able to do both of these on the 6th of February. Both, again, I like anomalies. I've had a bit of a run of these. So let's see where we're at. Let's look at both of these in context. So the first one is at 22:15. Let me just double check that this is a Sunday. 6. It is a Sunday. So it's 10:15 on a Sunday night. There, I think that's the one he's referring to. What I'm going to do is, I'm using amplified headphones again. I'm actually going to listen to and watch all the way through, just to listen out for any audio. If I don't hear anything audible, then we'll continue with just the footage side of it. Yeah, 2 seconds, that's what's triggered it. I'm pretty confident that one's going to be dust. Okay, nothing audible up to now, nothing else going on there. Okay, now coming on to the second video. There. You know, that's similar to that other one. I had another one, very similar to that. Almost in the same place as well. Okay, let's watch this all the way through. I'm going to be, I think I've got the first one, I'm actually going to put that down to airborne particle. It's got all the makeup of that. This one is a bit strange, and it's got stranger, because I'm pretty certain I've seen another capture like this. Because sometimes with airborne particles and dust and insects, you can get real strange effects with it, times one-offs. But when things occur twice, I get a little bit more suspicious. Okay, what I'm going to quickly do, I'm actually going to open this and be absolutely certain. That's part of your job as an investigator anyway. Is you can just completely rule something out. So I quite like movie making because I'm able to focus very quickly there. Yeah, that's just some sort of airborne thing, that. Okay. Because what I often do with these, I actually save them, put them all together in a bundle, and then produce another movie of such, for say, like anomalies or insects or dust or whatever, so you can compare side by side. Because some do, I do act a little bit strange, but you have got to take your time with it, because some could be. Okay, where there is, so yeah, I'm fairly confident that that is That's something airborne, that. Yeah, it just has a quiet, it's just something that flicks across the camera, a bit of dust or whatever, and the infrared will light it up like a beacon. So I'll save that one. Whoops. Just call it particle. Pop that into that folder. Get rid of that. I'll bring the second one in. This is a little bit stranger. I'm just gonna, well, that's configuring it itself. I actually took a picture of this. That's it. So that was 423. The day before. Oh, okay. 423, that's the one there. That's it. Right, okay, I've actually done a shorter movie, this one. Excellent. Right, well, what I'm going to do with that then, I'll put that in that folder. So, yeah, I think what we'll do with this, I will pop that into the negative folder that we have running. That's it, negative. These are files that I'm confident that don't have couldn't possibly have a paranormal connection or relationship. So there's probably about 220 events that have occurred in the building, which is what you're always going to get from time to time. Although, I'll give the to the credit of the owner, he's getting more and more clever at pulling away those that have a rational explanation and leaving us with the indifferent ones. So what I'll do with this, let's bring it straight into Movie Maker, because it's the day before the 5th that it occurred. I see what I've done, yeah. Okay, I'd already put it in there. Wondered what it was doing. Right. So that is at about 2 seconds. So that's what's caused the camera to alert, and it's incredibly bright. Okay, split that again, get rid of that. We've already looked all the way through, so we know there's nothing else in there. Okay. And slow speed. I'm just wondering how close that actually is. What I'm wondering if it's, for example, if you had something like a disc and it was spinning from sitting downwards, is that the reason why what's occurring? Seems to be there, and if you imagine if that's flicking, spinning, top bit disappears, and it's there at the bottom of it. If it's spinning, doing that sort of effect, well, downwards. What I'm actually going to do, I'm going to take a screenshot of this, compare it to the other one. So that's on the 6. And what I'll do, I'll quickly bring the days before anomaly in. It's really, really strange. Certainly when I first looked at this one, the one from the 5th, which is the day before, it was unusual because it was incredibly bright. Don't often see that. So it stood out different. And of course the following day we get another one. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take a screenshot of the single disc there. Got that one be. I'll save that for prosperity. Pop that one in there as well. It's always useful because if one of my colleagues look at a particular footage reader, if they want the original one, it's quite easy for me to send them the file, and I've already got it in there. It just makes life a little bit easier. So this one will be from the 16th of Feb. Okay. That's one. That's This is the 5th at 2 minutes past 1 in the morning. Single disc. Day after, just after 20 past 10, Saturday, Sunday. This very similar area, incredibly bright. What is it? It's the characteristics of the one on the 5th, which is the one that I spent a lot of time on because I've never seen anything this bright before. Incredibly bright, almost as if it was pulsing its own light source, which is an impossibility, but that's what it looks like. You would normally what happens with the infrared, if it hits a light source, such as a torch or whatever, it whites out because it's overkill for the light, and the gets massive bright white. So, and we get the one as almost practically identical in the same position the following day. Okay, I'm going to bring this to my colleagues' attention, mainly because I think this is the advantage when you do the reviews yourself. You don't share the footage, because the more, if you do it yourself, you're likely to remember stuff. So the minute I saw this, I remembered that I dealt with something similar. I wouldn't necessarily know when it was. I was quite shocked when I found it was the day before. But thinking about it now, that particular day, we'd had nothing for about 3 weeks, and the 5th just burst into action. We did have some noises, but we had an awful lot of unusual light anomalies. So I'll bring that to my colleagues' attention and see what they've got to say. Okay, so I'll write that up, and I'll should be able to get another one done today. I'll see you on the next movie. Bye.